January 1959. 10 young hikers entered the frozen Ural Mountains. They were experienced, prepared, and believed they knew what they were doing. The deeper they went, the more isolated they became. Behind them was civilization. Ahead, nothing but mountains, snow, and wilderness. But one hiker could no longer continue. Yuri Yudin turned back, leaving 9 others to continue into the mountains. Their tent was their shelter against the brutal cold. Then sometime during the night, something happened. Something so frightening that the hikers abandoned their shelter. They didn't calmly pack their equipment. They cut their way out of the tent from the inside. And then they walked into the darkness. No proper clothing, no clear explanation, just a trail leading away from the tent. When the group failed to return, a search began. Days later, rescuers finally reached the abandoned tent. Then, beneath a cedar tree, the rescuers found 2 of the hikers. Nearby was the remains of a small fire. But nothing about the scene made sense. Why had they left the tent? And why had they stopped here? More hikers were eventually found scattered across the mountain. The further rescuers searched, the stranger the story became. Some of the hikers had severe internal injuries, yet there was surprisingly little evidence of an obvious struggle. The investigators now had bodies, photographs, footprints, and an abandoned tent. But the most important piece of evidence was still missing. What could have frightened 9 experienced hikers enough to flee into freezing darkness without their proper clothing? An avalanche, extreme weather, human involvement, even stranger theories followed, but none could completely explain every detail. More than 6 decades later, we know how the story ended. But we still don't know exactly what happened that night on Dyatlov Pass. And perhaps that's what makes it so haunting.